minimum height requirement for mounting a 240 volts, 40 space electrical panel on a wall in an unfinished basement of a residential house is 5 feet. This height requirement is in place to ensure safety and prevent accidental contact with energized components. Firstly, it is important to understand that electrical codes and regulations vary depending on the location, so it's always recommended to consult the local authority having jurisdiction or a qualified electrician to ensure compliance with all applicable rules. However, as a general guideline, the 5 feet minimum height is widely accepted and often mandated. This height is typically measured from the floor to the top of the electrical panel enclosure. This elevation helps prevent accidental contact with the panel, especially in the basement environment where moisture or flooding may be present. Electrical panels should be installed in a location that is readily accessible and free from obstructions. The area around the panel must provide sufficient workspace for maintenance and repairs. There should be at least 30 inches of clear space in front of the panel and a minimum width equal to the width of the equipment, or 30 inches, whichever is greater. The workspace should also be adequately illuminated to ensure safe working conditions. It is crucial to protect the electrical panel from physical damage. In an unfinished basement, the panel may be exposed to potential impacts from moving objects or storage. Consider installing barriers or guards to prevent accidental contact with the panel. Proper grounding is essential for electrical safety. The electrical panel should be grounded in accordance with the applicable electrical codes. This helps to prevent electrical shock hazards and ensures that fault currents are safely diverted to ground. All electrical work should be performed by a qualified electrician. Electrical work can be dangerous if not performed properly. A qualified electrician has the knowledge, skills, and experience to safely install and maintain electrical panels. Before starting any electrical work, always disconnect the power supply to the circuit. This can be done by turning off the circuit breaker that supplies power to the panel. Use a voltage tester to verify that the power is off before touching any wires. When working with electrical wires, always use insulated tools. This will help to prevent electrical shock. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment such as safety glasses and gloves. This will help to protect you from injury. Inspect the electrical panel regularly for any signs of damage or wear. Look for loose wires, corroded terminals, or damaged components. If you find any problems, have them repaired by a qualified electrician. If the basement is prone to flooding, consider installing the electrical panel at a higher level to protect it from water damage. This may require relocating the panel or installing a waterproof enclosure. Ensure that all wiring connections are properly tightened and secured. Loose connections can cause overheating and create a fire hazard. Label all circuit breakers clearly to indicate which circuits they control. This will make it easier to identify and turn off the correct breaker in case of an emergency. Keep the area around the electrical panel clean and free from clutter. This will help to prevent accidents and make it easier to access the panel for maintenance and repairs. Do not store flammable materials near the electrical panel. This could create a fire hazard. If you are unsure about any aspect of electrical safety, consult a qualified electrician. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it is always best to err on the side of caution. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides comprehensive guidelines for electrical installations. The NEC is updated every 3 years, so it's important to stay up to date with the latest requirements. The NEC specifies minimum requirements for the installation of electrical panels, including mounting heights, wiring methods, and grounding requirements. Compliance with the NEC is essential for ensuring electrical safety. Local electrical codes may be more stringent than the NEC. It's important to check with the local authority having jurisdiction to determine the specific requirements for your area. Electrical permits may be required for certain types of electrical work. Check with the local authority having jurisdiction to determine whether a permit is required for your project. When installing an electrical panel, consider the future needs of the building. Choose a panel with enough capacity to accommodate future electrical loads. It's always better to install a larger panel than you currently need, as this will provide more flexibility for future expansion. Ensure that the electrical panel is properly ventilated. Overheating can damage the panel and create a fire hazard. Provide adequate ventilation to allow heat to dissipate. If the electrical panel is located in a damp or humid environment, consider installing a dehumidifier to reduce moisture levels. Moisture can corrode electrical components and create a safety hazard. Regularly test the ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, in your home. GFCIs are designed to protect against electrical shock hazards. They should be tested monthly to ensure that they are working properly. To test a GFCI, press the test button. The GFCI should trip, cutting off power to the circuit. If the GFCI does not trip, it should be replaced. Do not attempt to repair an electrical panel yourself unless you are a qualified electrician. Electrical repairs can be dangerous and should only be performed by qualified professionals. If you suspect that there is a problem with your electrical panel, contact a qualified electrician immediately. Do not attempt to troubleshoot or repair the panel yourself. When choosing an electrical panel, consider the quality of the panel. Choose a panel from a reputable manufacturer that meets industry standards. A high-quality panel will provide reliable performance and long-lasting durability. Inspect the electrical panel for any signs of damage before installation. Do not install a panel that is damaged or defective. A damaged panel could create a safety hazard. Follow the manufacturer's instructions when installing the electrical panel. A proper installation can void the warranty and create a safety hazard. Use the correct size and type of wire for all electrical connections. The wire size should be appropriate for the current carrying capacity of the circuit. Using the wrong size wire can create a fire hazard. Properly torque all electrical connections. Loose connections can cause overheating and create a fire hazard. Use a torque wrench to ensure that all connections are properly tightened. Protect electrical wires from physical damage. Run wires through conduit or other protective materials to prevent them from being damaged by nails, screws, or other objects. Support electrical wires properly. Do not allow wires to hang loosely or sag. Use cable ties or other supports to keep wires in place. Keep electrical panels clean and free from dust and debris. Dust and debris can accumulate on electrical components and cause them to overheat. Vacuum or wipe down the panel regularly to keep it clean. Do not spray water or other liquids on the electrical panel. Water can conduct electricity and create a shock hazard. Keep children away from electrical panels. Electrical panels can be dangerous for children. Supervise children closely when they are near electrical panels. Teach children about electrical safety. Explain the dangers of electricity and how to avoid electrical shock. Post warning signs near electrical panels to alert people to the potential hazards. Warning signs should be clearly visible and easy to understand. Have your electrical panel inspected by a qualified electrician on a regular basis. Regular inspections can help to identify potential problems before they become serious. An electrician can also perform routine maintenance to keep your electrical panel in good working order. Keep a record of all electrical work that has been performed on your home. This record should include the date of the work, the name of the electrician who performed the work, and the description of the work that was performed. This record will be helpful for future maintenance and repairs. If you are planning to remodel your home, consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that your electrical system is adequate for the new electrical loads. Remodeling projects often require additional electrical circuits and wiring. An electrician can help you to design an electrical system that meets your needs and complies with all applicable codes. When selling your home, disclose any known electrical problems to potential buyers. Failure to disclose electrical problems can result in legal liability. Provide buyers with a copy of your electrical inspection report. This will help to assure them that the electrical system is in good working order. Consider purchasing a home warranty that covers electrical repairs. A home warranty can help to protect you from unexpected repair costs. Be aware of the signs of electrical problems, such as flickering lights, tripping circuit breakers, and burning smells. If you notice any of these signs, contact a qualified electrician immediately. Electrical problems can be dangerous and should be addressed promptly. Learn how to shut off the power to your home in case of an emergency. Knowing how to shut off the power can help to prevent further damage or injury. Locate the main electrical disconnect switch and practice turning it off. Keep a flashlight near the electrical panel in case of a power outage. A flashlight will help you to see the panel and safely shut off the power. Consider installing a surge protector to protect your electronic equipment from power surges. Power surges can damage electronic equipment and cause data loss. A surge protector can help to prevent this damage. Unplug electronic equipment during thunderstorms. Lightning strikes can cause power surges that can damage electronic equipment. Unplugging equipment during thunderstorms can help to protect it from damage. Use caution when working with extension cords. Do not overload extension cords or run them under rugs or furniture. Overloaded extension cords can overheat and create a fire hazard. Replace damaged extension cords immediately. Damaged extension cords can be a shock hazard. Do not use electrical appliances near water. Water can conduct electricity and create a shock hazard. Keep electrical appliances away from sinks, bathtubs, and other sources of water. If an electrical appliance falls into water, do not touch it. Turn off the power to the circuit breaker and then carefully remove the appliance from the water. Have the appliance inspected by a qualified electrician before using it again. Be careful when working with power tools. Wear safety glasses and gloves when using power tools. Keep power cords away from the cutting blades. Do not use power tools in wet or damp conditions. If you receive an electrical shock, seek medical attention immediately. Electrical shock can cause serious injuries even if you feel fine. Let's say the question was about a new 200 amp service being installed. The type of wire used for the service entrance conductors would be based on the ampacity requirements of the electrical code. The size of the grounding electrode conductor would be determined by the size of the service entrance conductors following the guidelines in NEC Table 250.66. The type of overcurrent protection used would be based on the equipment being protected and the interrupting rating requirement. If the question was about installing a subpole in a detached garage, the subpole would need to be properly grounded, and the grounding and neutral conductors would need to be kept separate. A 4-wire feeder would need to be run to the subpanel, consisting of 2 hot wires, a neutral wire, and a grounding wire. The size of the feeder conductors would be based on the load calculations for the garage. If the question was about installing a ground fault circuit interrupter or GFCI receptacle, GFCI receptacles are required in wet locations such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor areas. GFCI receptacles protect against electrical shock by monitoring the current flow and tripping if there is an imbalance. The minimum mounting height for an electrical panel ensures safety and accessibility, preventing accidental contact and facilitating maintenance in potentially challenging environments like unfinished basements. Remember to consult local codes and qualified electricians for specific requirements and safe installations.